It's just 20 to 5, and this is the first look. This is where we'll be launching the canoe. Looks like a beautiful morning for it. Bit overcast out there. It's supposedly possible showers today. We'll see how we go. Let's get this rig off the car. My journey begins in Queensland, Australia, about 2 hours north of Brisbane. It's a place called Lake Catharaba. I've set myself 3 days to complete a 70-kilometre solo canoe trip. Day 1 is the most critical, as I need to cover almost half of that distance in order to reach my campsite before dark. I launch near Aranda Point, and that's a solid hour's paddle to the entry of the upper Noosa River, or the Noosa Everglades as it's sometimes referred to. It's taken me about probably just under an hour. Unpack the car and get this fully loaded up, so I'm just about to launch. I knew there were literally thousands of paddle strokes ahead of me, but these first few were definitely the most significant. They were recognition of months of planning, and I was finally here and I was actually doing it. Weather conditions were near perfect and I was feeling great. We're almost 30 minutes in now, and in the distance there somewhere is the entrance to the river system. It's really hard to spot until you get close, but I can see some boat markers, so you should be right. You should also see the sand blow just coming into view there now. It's quite a famous sort of tourist attraction. Hopefully I'll get up there tomorrow and check it out. I should only be 10 minutes out now from the hut. And we can stop there and I'll rearrange my gear. Probably put my gloves on as well because my hands are already starting to feel it, and I've got another 3 days of this. I can't afford to get blisters in the first hour. I haven't had breakfast yet either, so pretty keen to get some distance behind me and stop for breakfast once I've done that. The Canoe Information Centre is where the real adventure starts. It was also a perfect place for me to shuffle some gear around in the canoe. That just took me a solid 15 minutes to repack then, and hopefully that's done the trick. It looks like it has, because it was getting really frustrating.
So hopefully it's 15 minutes well spent. I'm going to take this time now to get my gloves on, put some sunscreen on, and maybe just have a quick snack and a drink, because I like to put in a couple of hours now without stopping. The sun's just coming out, and there's definitely been nobody on this river this morning. It's really still, and there's no current whatsoever. Better keep moving. Let's get up there.
The upper Noosa River system is literally only metres wide in parts, and at times you can only see a little way ahead due to sharp bends. You can really feel it close in, especially after coming across such a vast open lake. It's also really hard to keep track of time and distance, and if it wasn't for the landmarks and my GPS I wouldn't have known where I was. I was definitely expecting to feel lonely on this trip, but I wasn't expecting it to set in so early in the journey. It made me feel a sense of urgency and that I had to keep moving all the time. I was also conscious of getting to my campsite well before sundown, so I wasn't left to make camp in the dark.
I just stopped at a place called Harry's Hut. And probably got here 15 minutes ago, made some tea and had some breakfast. I'm only 2 hours into this, but I realised that a lot of the fun that I have had previously on this trip has been with, with the two good friends that I came with last time. It's just really quiet. Having a stop and having something to eat and brew a cup of tea or coffee or whatever is something that was really fun to do when you're with others. But at the moment I'm just kind of eating for the sake of it. I just want to get it done, pack up, and get some more K's behind me. So far I've clocked up around about 12 Ks. That's not bad, that's slightly better than average, but I'm still a bit off at this. Canoe, I know I've got a little bit too much weight in the front and it's driving it to the left, but there's not really a good place here to start rearranging stuff. I better get packed up and get back out there. Just spotted a goanna. It's decent size. It's going to come across this path right now. There, he's seen me now. I'll probably see a few more of those over the next couple of days.
I was back on the river, and thankfully the canoe was handling slightly better after that stop. It was really playing on my mind knowing that I still had 6 hours paddling ahead of me.
Just hugging the bank at the moment, just trying to get as much cover in the sun as I can. It's getting hot. It's meant to be 27, 26 degrees Celsius today. That's what happens when you don't pay attention. Glad I got that on camera. A bit of a headwind for the last 15 minutes or so. I hope that doesn't stick around or get worse. Even psychologically, I think it's making me think that it's higher than it is.
Sometimes threading the canoe through parts of submerged trees was the only way to break the monotony of paddling. It was just little games like that I had to play to keep myself sane. Another way I kept myself entertained was to take photographs. Around almost every corner there was another photo opportunity. It gave me a chance to really appreciate my surroundings. At times I'd just put my feet up and drift along while I took photos or filmed.
Very hot, and it's very quiet and very monotonous. I bought these nuts to cheer me up if I needed it, and I'm already eating them 4 or 5 hours in on the first day. I think I'm about halfway. So I've definitely found some comfort in that. But it's 11 o'clock now. I guess I'm looking at 4 o'clock arrival. Which is a lot later than I anticipated.
You can really see in this footage how black the water looks, even though it's actually fresh and clean. The reason the water is so dark is due to a tannin that's released from the leaves of a native tree called the melaleuca. It's also known as the paperbark tree for the way the bark peels away in sheets, or the tea tree for the effect that it has on surrounding waterways, such as this one. They love low-lying swampy areas, which is why this is just the perfect habitat for them.
Definitely getting significantly narrower the last hour, and it's getting a bit windier as well. Really thinking that I'm within 15 minutes of campsite 8, which most definitely will be stopping there for a drink and just a rest and just, you know, walk around. That is a sight for sore eyes. About 10 minutes early on that, so that's good. So I was taking it pretty easy for a while.
Arriving at campsite 8 made me feel much better about my progress. I also took some time to really relax, eat some food and brew some tea.
Feel quite good after that break. Still pretty damn lonely out here though. A lot of time to think, probably too much. Got 2.5 hours paddling to go. Which is still a long time, but in the scheme of things, it's actually it makes me feel pretty good. So.
I was really happy to arrive at campsite 15. It was a great achievement, but the loneliness was already taking its toll. I got here about half an hour ago, 2:30, so I did a fantastic time. I was really happy. When I actually got here, I was stoked, but I don't know, it's a really weird sort of feeling. Now I'm just unpacking the canoe and feel quite anxious. Like my pulse is up a bit, and I think it's just genuine, just a bit of anxiety over being so far away from everything. I was just taking some photos a minute ago, and that kind of took my mind off it, and it was good. I think I might not actually set up the camp now, but might actually go for a canoe just further up the river. It gets quite narrow, and there's probably some interesting things up there. Yeah, I just kind of want to just keep active. I'm sure this will pass, or at least come in waves or something. I didn't think that I'd feel like this. It's kind of weird. Anyway, talk to you later. Taking the canoe out for an explore was definitely the right move. Keeping myself busy taking photos and filming really took my mind off any worries that I had. I managed to set up my camp in no time at all and without any problems. Having that lantern burning was really comforting, as was sleeping with my machete within arm's reach. As I curled up in my sleeping bag that night, I was totally exhausted. I had little time to think about what the night or the following 2 days might bring. On the next episode of Hike or Die TV, join me on part 2 of my solo canoe adventure. So I'm keen to get out there today, get stuck into it. I found another goanna snooping around. See how close we can get. That was crazy. I'd never do that again. There's one big son of a storm. Just about to set sail on the final leg. Pretty excited.
Really stoked at the moment.